Hello, everyone, and welcome to Dice Will Roll, the Queerest Pathfinder Podcast on the planet. We ask the hard questions like, what is the Galarian equivalent of Achillean and Sapphic? Because, Sapphic and Achillean are both very good. They're both very good terms. It's like a good way of saying gay, or like someone who likes men or someone who likes women, without getting into what gender you are, which is great, super good. But they are based on Greek myth and Greek history, and Greece is on Earth, not Galarian.
Yeah, it doesn't exist here.
So what are we gonna do here?
Well, what about for Sapphics, Shellick, or Shellin?
That's pretty good.
That is good.
Is she exclusively into women? Has she
No, I don't think so.
She ain't kissed no man.
Well, not for sure, but Sapphic doesn't just.
True. It just means
I know Sappho herself is most likely a lesbian, but the concept of Sapphic isn't exclusively lesbian.
I mean the whole point of Sapphic and Achillean is it has less rules. We don't have to worry about it as much. So that was silly. Yeah,
it's because Sapphic includes bisexual women.
Yeah. Okay. I think Shellick makes sense.
Shellick does make sense.
But then it gets a little harder for Achillean.
I think we should go with the gayest of any figures in Galarian history. Should be Rovik for Rovagug?
Now...
No!
Now, I don't know if Rovagug is gay. I don't know... If anything, Rovagug is Arrow Ace.
Amen!
Not because he's not into many people, but because...
He's anti.
He wants to kill everything that walks.
I am not sure. It is a tough one.
Unfortunately, the thing about a lot of the men deities of Pathfinder is a lot of the men are specifically straight. Torak could be bisexual, we don't know. But he's has a wife, specifically. Caden Kaelan, as gay-coded as he is, also has, very clearly got a femme preference going on. Erastil...
Well, no, Erastil was, conservative for a minute.
Yeah, borderline homophobic for a hot minute.
Amen!
We love him dearly, but...
Maybe not.
Zonkutan?
I mean...
boy.
He's
my hair behind my ear.
He does BDSM.
I literally am seeing him in my mind's eye. He's standing in front of a fucking leather flag. Let's go.
He is... Hold on. He is a former god of love as well.
This is true. I'm a big fan of his former self. I say, as a little play on words, we call it Kuthonic.
Ah, that's good. And hey, then it's Shellan and Kuton. Hey!
Yeah!
Hey, that's fun.
WLW and NBLW and MLM and NBLM hostility. Let's go.
I just remembered the other gay characters that I could think of in Galarian.
Yeah?
All of them.
It's Geb and...
Oh my god.
Oh my god, wait.
Shut the fuck up. The dead Ghost King who's pining after the wizard he outlived.
The thing is that I wouldn't want it to be Geb because I have a very personal, deep hatred for Geb. I can't
sucks.
handle him.
Somehow more problematic than Zonkuthon.
What's gayer than having this unnamed rivalry with another king from the next nation over and creating an escalating war that keeps getting higher and higher magic until you create a nation of undead and then he goes missing and you're oh no, and then you turn into a ghost because you can't get over the fact that what if he's still alive and I haven't won?
You don't fucking understand. They're literally divorced. They were gay. They're still gay.
So what are we going for? Shelanik from her beautiful polycule and Gebish for his absolutely fucking rancid relationship with Nex. Fuck it, that's what we're going with.
It's Gebish if you're into toxic yaoi, and it's Kuthonic if you're normal.
there's discourse within the men loving men community on Galarian.
How about we find out some other stuff in the meantime?
Let's find out our own, Yowie.
Let's find our own Yowie. On a path.
Yeah, we find
So, when we last left our heroes in the Abomination Vaults, Fiore, Silk, and Alrik, the newly named Fogfen few, met in the Drunken Dragon Tavern, where they discussed their plans for the future in saving Otari from the grim light of the Gauntlet. After visiting the Osprey Club Thieves Guild and discussing with the child psychic Doriana Memhines, the three of them re-entered the dungeon, finding their way deep below the ground. Beneath the ruins of the lighthouse, they found a dark, cloying dungeon smelling of metal scrap. As you made your way through long corridors, you found a bathroom which glowed strange lights, some of which spelt out the words, "I was Otari," before slipping onto the floor and walking along a path of footsteps. The three of you hurried to follow these strange footsteps before entering into a room where the bones of an ancient Minotaur are beginning to animate. As the three of you hold your ground, these steps begin to dance around the Minotaur. And that's where we're going to begin our adventure today. So everyone, we would like to hop into character and hop into combat?
Oh, yes.
Okay, why don't we start by rolling initiative?
Oh my god! This crit.
Holy shit, okay. So, for initiative, that is 2 nat 20s. A nat 20 on perception for initiative from Alrik, and a nat 20 from religion for Fiore. So, let's start combat. Alrik Ravra, you stand in this room as this giant skeleton of a Minotaur is beginning to assemble itself. As you glance around, you see those footsteps are dancing circles around the giant skeleton, and you are immediately ready for the monster because you can see it is briefly distracted by those footsteps.
Okay.
Because of you being able to take advantage of it being a little startled, you have 4 actions.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do?
I think they're going to start off with a courageous anthem.
Okay. What kind of courageous anthem?
Loot.
Alrik, you start strumming that good loot, and music echoes through the room, starting to make you all feel a lot more ready for this fight. You have 2 actions left. Or, sorry, 3, lol. Whoopsie daisy. You are so ready to go, and you are now feeling a little braver than you were before. What do you do?
Strike 1 with the battle loot.
Go for it.
21.
Okay, yeah, that is a hit. Alrik, how do you smack this guy? What's going on?
They're playing with the loot. They're fiddling with the strings, and then I think immediately as the Minotaur is like turning its head to look at Alrik, he's swinging the loot in the opposite direction.
Ooh.
So it just collides even harder.
Holy shit. Yeah, okay. Roll me that damage as you smack that monster in the face.
5 damage.
Okay, very nice. You do beat him hard in the face, and he does stumble back, and you can tell that he is not resistant to this, which is great because skeletons are resistant to a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
He stumbles back, he was kind of watching the footsteps, then he turned back to you just at the wrong time, right?
Yep.
And now you have 2 actions left. What do you do?
Instead of going through with another swing, he's actually going to do a spell.
Okay, what spell?
Haunting Hymn.
Haunting Hymn, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You echo a jarring hymn that only creatures in the area can hear. The hymn deals 1d8 sonic damage with a basic fortitude save. If the target critically fails the save, it is also deafened for a minute.
Okay, sure. Hit him.
I need that fortitude save, though.
Okay, go for it. You blast sonic energy out of your loot into the dude, and he is going to succeed with a 23.
Okay.
So how much damage is that?
Let's see. Dang, 4 damage. 4 sonic damage.
Well, he's going to take 2, I'm afraid. Because as you turn and you start playing this magic into him, he is starting to tower a little bit over you. He's coming closer, and for a moment you're like, fuck. You're getting the feeling that he's quite strong, and that's maybe making you a little bit nervous.
Okay.
And unfortunately, that is going to be your turn. But thankfully, your music is inspiring the rest of the party. And Fiore Sunchaser, it is your turn, and you love a good undead.
I do.
You rolled religion for initiative. What's going on?
Well, I mean, he looks undead, and religion usually tells you things about undead. I would like to know about this undead man.
Okay, well, with your nat 20 for religion on your initiative, what I'll do is instead of giving you an extra action, I'll just give you a critical recall knowledge to know shit about this skeletal giant.
Yay! Yeah, I'll do that. I'll take that.
So you know that the skeletal giant, that's what this thing is. They are massive monsters. It's like a skeleton, but big. That's not really so much of a surprise. You can tell that much with your eyes. However, what you do know is that while it has a strong body and decent speed for a thing of its size, it does not have the best mental fortitude. That being said, it is mindless, so attacking its will has its risks. On top of that, it is going to be resistant to cold, electricity, fire, piercing, and slashing, because it's mostly bones. There's not a lot of meat to, cook here. I think what I'll also give you with your religion is something you notice not from the skeletal giant, this giant Minotaur. It's the footsteps.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the footsteps of someone who is fighting.
Does it look like they're fighting the giant?
Kind of. The giant isn't, they're not in sync with each other. The giant is not attacking. But it's
does it look like it's a fight in here, in this spot where the giant is?
Yeah, it looks like the steps are repeating a fight that happened in this room. It's leaping onto tables, it's spinning around and stuff.
Okay.
That's what you get. You got 3 actions now. You know that your sword is going to have a slightly difficult time with this thing, and so will, fire magic, for example. But you also know it's undead, so, you know.
Okay. Would I be able to use, the hilt to be able to do bludgeoning damage?
I don't think the hilt of your scimitar is big enough to be able to do bludgeoning, I'm afraid. You could use a shield bash. You have your shield up. You specifically had that raised when you were exploring.
Oh, I did, don't I? Okay, I'll do that. I do think that Fiore, I think he lets them know, the others know, the information that he has.
Mm-hmm. You call it out as you're fighting?
Yes. He's literally fighting and foot humping.
Okay.
It sounds less here's important information and more like info dumping. More like he's excitedly telling you about this.
Fiore, you have 3 actions left. Are you going to smack him with your shield?
I am. Let me target the motherfucker. And then let me do this. It's a very big missed sign. Okay. 13.
13 is unfortunately going to be a miss. Do you want to try again, or what do you want to do?
Now it's going to be only a +5.
You can also lay on hands, but he would have to make a fortitude save, which he's good at, you know that.
I'm not sure. I feel like that one hit... Sorry, I'm at a level where the second hit is, not smart to do.
It's never smart to do.
Well, yeah, but the second hit can be okay.
You can go for it, but...
No, I don't want to, which is why I'm thinking about... Yeah, I don't think there's anything else I want to do right now.
Well, that was only 1 action, and you have 2 left.
I know, I'm trying to think of what else to do. I'm looking at my other skills.
I mean, you could try use that to shove him.
Could I maybe try to kick him prone or something? With, like, to push... You use the shield like you go low.
You want to trip him?
Prone? Yeah, to trip him.
Okay, well, you need to make an athletics check. This will be an attack roll against his reflex DC.
Oh, that's even worse. Maybe I will just attack twice.
Yeah,
I think I will simply attack twice because that would be a +4, which is less.
Okay, go for him.
I'm giving up.
What do you roll?
I rolled an 11.
That's okay. You missed, though, I'm afraid. Not a critical fail. You do try to smash him twice with your shield, but the skeletal giant roars and kind of rebuffs you with its giant glaive. You have one action left. What do you do?
I think he's just going to continue having a shield raised.
Okay,
ready
you can
to
spend
like,
one
attack.
last action to keep it up.
Yeah. Well, I don't think.
Okay.
Do you need to use an action for that?
Yeah.
Oh, then yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, so you keep your shield raised at the end of your turn. Got it. Okay. Well, unfortunately, it's gonna be the skeletal giant's turn, and the skeletal giant looks a little bit displeased at Alrik for having smashed him in the face. So he is gonna swing with a broad swipe, and that's gonna hit you, Alrik, and also it's gonna hit you, Silk, with two actions with the same attack penalty.
Can I use my Retributive Strike?
You can absolutely Retributive Strike, because a 20 is gonna hit both of you, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay, well, Retributive
Dear
Strike.
God.
Fiore, what's going on? Who's getting smacked? Or who are you kind of helping?
I was like, I'm gonna hit the one guy that I'm fighting right now.
The second enemy.
The second enemy spider.
Enemy spider.
I think Silk feels less able to be alive. That I worded that really weird. Silk feels more easy to kill.
So what you're seeing basically is Alrik and Silk, this giant Minotaur is swinging its glaive down and it's going to catch both of you when suddenly, Fiore, what happens? How are you protecting Silk a little bit? Alrik, you're just kind of on the other side, I'm afraid.
I think he's going to, because I wanted to strike with the shield again, I think he's literally trying to use the shield to like shove and like smack.
Okay, make me that attack roll.
To like smack at his hand, maybe, like the hand that's coming closer. 24.
A 24 is going to be a nice solid hit. Fiore, you jump forward and bash into this thing with your shield as Silk is just taking the damage from it. So he will gain resistance equal to 2 plus your level, so that's 5 resistance to this damage. Ulrich, you will take the full ting, and also Fiore, you get to hurt him too. That's nice.
Alrik, fuck you.
Ulrich, that'll be 13 damage.
Oh, okay.
And Silk, that will be 8 damage.
I'll take it.
And you also, I believe, get the champion's resistance stuff?
But Fiore, roll me that damage.
7.
Okay, 7 nice damage as you shove your shield forward into those brittle bones. And it doesn't seem to be... I think that catches it by its surprise. And now it's turning its awful head towards you. And the skeletal giant with its last action now is just going to try headbutt you. It's going to swing its head down at you. And that's going to be... Oh no.
Oh.
Ooh.
A natural 20. Okay. Now you can't use your reaction to block this damage because you just use your reaction to save Silk. That being said, that's going to be 12 damage to you as this thing batters its head into you. It did roll min damage, so that's nice.
Yeah, it is.
I think it like kind of clashes its head into your shield, and like there's sparks that fly as you hold back. But there's only so much you can do to like keep up your will to fight, you know?
I think it probably just like hurts because when you hit a shield that hard, I mean, it would hurt the arm that's holding it.
100%. And on top of that, critical hit deck, knockback. Yeah, you are knocked back 10 feet into that wall. So you're going to take 5 fall damage, I'm afraid.
It's fair.
As you are shoved into that wall. Like, that that took a serious attack to your shield. And the skeletal Minotaur lets out a horrible roar as it's continuing to assault you. And Silk, it's your turn now. Oh, geez.
Oh, man.
So, Fiore info dumped hard to you right now, so you know that cold, electricity, and fire are not really going to hurt it that much. Okay. Same for piercing and slashing. You also know that mental is not going to do anything. This thing has a lot of resistances and a lot of HP. Not great. What do you do?
It's great. Did you say water in that?
If the water spell does bludgeoning damage, it would actually bypass it.
Isn't that just funny? I cast Hydraulic Push.
Okay.
It's a good spell.
Fuck! I use a hero point.
Yeah, go for it.
Fuck!
You're fucking kidding me.
Well, add a plus 10, right? Because I rolled a 6. So
oh, that's 26? Right, yes. Okay, 26, yes, that is going to be a hit. Silk, how does this look?
Silk kind of widens his stance. I think he's had enough of being up close and personal with this ugly fucking bone piece of shit. He's tired of looking at it. So he whips out his gun and just a massive fucking torrent of water rushes out from it and into this thing, and it is knocked back 5 feet, actually.
Oh, nice! Gives you a bit of space.
Yes, it takes 14 damage.
Oh, geez, tasty. Okay. Yeah, you smack into this awful creature, and it certainly looks taken aback by this, before it shakes its head again and lets out another awful skeletal roar, and it's starting to bow its head at you. You've got one action left. What do you do?
Glass shield.
Good call. Silk, you create a shield made of... What was it?
It's kind of like starlight glass.
Yeah, this beautiful starlight glass shield appears around you just in case. Alrik, it's your turn. You can see that skeletal giant is taking a serious beating now. What do you do?
If I take out my bow here, it's gonna be, it's not gonna be great because of the distance.
Yeah, this is a very cramped room you're finding yourself in.
Yeah, okay. Okay, I think I'm just gonna step up and hit twice since stepping 5 feet is still an action.
Okay. And that will refresh your Courageous Anthem.
Yep.
Okay, so you step, and you have 2 actions. You're gonna smack him?
Mm-hmm.
Just the idea of Alrik going for the knees is kind of great.
You think he's going for the knees?
Where's he going?
The head!
Dick.
He's a big boy! Oh my god, are you like jumping up off the table onto him?
Yes.
Holy shit, I will give you a +1 on your attack roll. Yeah, I'll give you a +1 circumstance bonus.
Okay, 25.
A 25 is gonna be a hit. Yes. Go for it.
Okay.
Roll me that damage. Smack him.
7 damage.
7 damage? Okay. Yeah, Alrik, you jump up, you beat him in the head, he's stumbling backwards a little bit, and you have, as you do that, that causes the music from your lute to continue magically empowering you and your allies.
Mm-hmm.
From this amazing, drop slap? I don't know what you'd call it. But you propelled yourself through the air and smacked him in the head. As you land, what now?
Do I go for a strike too?
Go on. Go on.
It's dangerous. Don't do it.
You do have a +1. Okay.
That will be a hero point.
Maybe a good call.
Plus 10, so that's 18.
An 18 is going to be a hit. Roll me that damage.
Okay.
As you fucking beat him.
7 damage again.
Alrik?
Yeah?
How'd you take down the skeletal giant?
Oh no, shot?
Yeah. How do you pull it from the exact... Because real fast, that was a critical fail, and now you pull it with just enough HP, just enough damage to take it out. So what's the killing blow here?
Oh, okay. So Alrik is surprisingly very fast on his feet, and even more surprising, fast on his feet when in midair. So I think after the first strike lands, he goes for another one and kind of overreaches.
Mm-hmm.
Is almost falling, but I think they use the Minotaur's weapon as a kind of a jump-off point. as a way to balance. And then he spins off it to strike at the head again.
Oh, that's so good.
I think he misses straight for the head, but does hit either the eye hole or the horns.
Ooh. Okay, I think the eye hole, and I think you see like the green glow inside the skull glow brighter as you crash through the eye socket into the very weird, spooky core of the skeleton. And there's a loud shatter before the skeletal giant falls to pieces, destroyed. And you land on both feet, and you turn to the others, and you're done.
Is everyone okay?
Yeah.
Just fine. Wow.
That was impressive.
Good. That was a lot.
Yes, it was.
We should heal.
Wouldn't be a bad idea to do that. I got smacked around a bit.
So did I.
Well, we've got a nice broken table to sit around while we do.
I will say, that green light is still dancing, but as you guys are getting ready to like sit down and start healing, you see the light pause for a few seconds before continuing through the door on the other side of the room, and it's leaving.
Maybe we hold that thought.
Oh, shit.
Doesn't seem like the kind to wait up.
Silk's gonna follow it.
Yeah,
Okay.
just take a potion if you need for now. I'm gonna cast Lay on Hands on myself.
Yeah, I got it. Alrik is mid applying bandages.
Yeah. Okay, Silk, you push open the door, following it?
Yes.
Okay, well, you see those footsteps like green and glowing, fading deeper into the corridor, turning a corner into darkness.
It's like squinting his eyes because he can't fucking see.
Yeah, elves have low light vision. You can't see in the dark, so there's only so far you can go before it just plunges into blackness.
Oh, hold on. I've got the torch. I can go in front.
Go ahead.
Besides, I don't want you to... I'm worried that something's gonna be in the hall.
Now that you say that, you should be in front.
I have a shield and a sword, and you are a spellcaster. And spellcasters are really cool.
A beautiful spellcaster, but fragile nonetheless.
As you guys are making conversation following these steps, suddenly something happens.
Oh.
The footsteps stop, turn, face a wall, and then walk through them.
What the?
The wall, they walk through a wall.
Ah. Secret door.
Fiore takes his scimitar and sort of touches the wall there to see if there's anything weird about it. Like he pokes with it.
Do you want to make me a perception check?
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Fiore, you press your scimitar against a wall and it clicks. And just as Silk assumed, it's a secret door.
Look at that.
And as the three of you crowd around to see where that secret door heads, well... Fiore, you turn the corner and you see a very long flight of stairs heading downwards with green glowing footprints beckoning you below. It goes even deeper.
Fiore looks back at the others and says, "It looks like it goes down another floor."
Really?
Yeah. But I'm kind of worried about going down another floor already.
I can't say it doesn't make me nervous as well.
I want to follow this. I do. I'm really curious. But it's dark enough that without a torch, everything is all black and white.
Hey, real fast, both of you make a perception check. Specifically Alrik and Silk. I want both of you to make a perception check.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Silk, you're nodding as Fiore says this, but Alrik, something catches with you. what Fiore just said, I can't see anything beyond that. It becomes black and white. That implies Fiore has dark vision. Why is Fiore the one carrying the torch?
This is true. I feel like that sometimes.
You don't have dark vision yourself,
Yeah.
for what it's worth. You got low light vision.
Lol.
Alrik pauses for a second and says, wait, Fiore,
Yeah?
black and white vision, you have dark vision, don't you?
Yeah?
They blink for a little bit. They look at the torch. The reason why you need the torch, then.
Oh, I don't need it. It's for you guys.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you.
Thank you for your sacrifice.
Plus, I like seeing in color usually,
That's fair. That's fair.
but it's mostly for you guys. Yeah, that's true. By the way, I was like, I had actually discussed with Derry beforehand. I was like, well, I really want a character who uses dark vision, but we had already started like making the art of him with the torch, and I was like, what if he just held the torch anyways?
Because he loves his friends. Smile.
/ Jen.
Smile.
Anyway, that aside, there is like a looming darkness ahead of you, and like
He's literally standing at the head of the stairway, like, yeah, of course I'm holding the torch.
like it is deep. You are already really deep. This place you're in now is already way deep underground. It goes even deeper. That is unusual for a dungeon. Surely it won't go any deeper than that, though. That must be the final floor of the mega dungeon.
Surely.
You guys are starting to have a feeling something like this is no ordinary dungeon, is the thing.
Fiore's had that feeling since the first time.
Yeah.
What the hell do you guys do?
Well, behind us we still have yet to explore all of this floor, and there seems to be something out this way. Sil kind of points his head towards the other set of stairs next to him.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
at the edge of the stairs that you are standing on, like on that corridor where the footsteps turned into a wall, at the end of that corridor, if you hadn't turned into a wall, you see a set of stairs that goes downwards. And Silk, you, with your low light vision, can make out that beyond that seems to be an underwater lake, maybe?
Ugh.
It's very, very... It's like a moldy, muddy beach in a cave. That, like, there's thick knots of roots hanging from the cavern, like, of the roof of this cavern, over a muddy beach. Stone stairs lead down to this beach. And then beyond that, there's just this murky water that fades into darkness.
Gross. Silk doesn't want to go that way anymore. Now, personally, I'm a lot more interested to see just how deep it goes. But I wouldn't mind backtracking a little bit.
We could backtrack. I think there's this other little stairway and sort of points down it. And then there was another direction back when we went out.
Let's go the other direction.
Like the full other, like all the way back?
Yes.
There is a stairway this way.
No.
Why? I think Fiore sort of steps out from between
Well, unless one of you wants to carry me, I'm not stepping foot down there.
and looks like, oh, well, what's the issue? It's like fine.
It's dirty.
Fiore's like stepping out there.
Ah.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Silk, those boots that you cleaned before. It's not even that Fiore's doing it on purpose.
Silk turns to Alrik and looks so sad.
He's like, you look at Fiore and he's got his hands on his hips and he's like, what's going on here?
Do you actually need someone to carry you?
Oh my god.
Well, he literally tucks his fucking hair behind one of his
Oh my
ears, is right
God.
here, and he literally looks Alrik up and down, is like, if you don't mind.
Can't promise you I'm as strong as Fiore, but he goes over, to the steps. So Silk can piggyback.
Oh, weird. That was pretty deep.
It's so cute. Silk makes it a point to kind of. Before I say this, he's got big baggy pants underneath. He hikes up his skirt and ties it around his waist so he can very comfortably piggyback.
Okay. Alrik, I will say you have a move speed of 10 feet per round while in this situation, we'll say. You are carrying a grown man on your back.
He's very slender. He's very thin.
Fiore looks over, and he's like, wait, you were serious about that?
I don't fuck around.
I thought you were, like, joking.
No.
Sure,
The mud.
Alrik looks down at I think Alrik is now able to like see Silk shoes and goes, okay, well I sort of understand now.
See?
Well, why did you come in here with those shoes?
Because it looks good on me.
You knew this place was kind of dirty.
And you know I look good.
Well,
At
yes,
the
you
same
look
time.
good, but what about, like...
Thank you.
Like, what? My boots look good. You look down, and the boots, they look nice. They're covered in mud.
Plus, if you dig your heels in mud, you're gonna fall over, and I don't think Silk wants that either.
Oh.
No.
I never really wore heels.
Silk has literally got his fucking arms around Alric's, like, shoulders, and he, like, is, like, leaning his head down slightly, and he's like, plus I get special treatment.
Alright.
Silk can feel that Alrik is like stiffened up a little bit.
Fiore can see that. He's gonna leave it alone because he's a good boy and he's not gonna call him out in public.
In public. The implication that it will happen later. In private.
Fiore sort of looks across and he's like, so this is past where the light goes, but there is like land across.
What do you think is down here?
I don't know. It looks a lot less polished and straight lines.
Yeah, Derry, does this look like naturally formed, like the walls in here?
Yeah, the caves definitely seem to be naturally formed. This is there were stone stairs before, but this is leading down into what appears to be an underwater lake.
Is there a boat across there?
A boat?
Yeah. Maybe there's a way.
Do you want to make a perception check?
Yeah.
What you can tell, Fiore, is that there is something across, like, in the darkness, and luckily the water is very shallow.
Oh, like how deep? Shallow?
Like, knee-high at the deepest.
Fiore walks into the water.
You splash 10 feet into deep water.
Girl.
Fiore, unfortunately, you misjudge how deep the water is, and you do splash in. You do see there are boats. I'm not telling you that's wrong. There are boats across.
Unfortunately, it's literally just that, like, it's...
Yeah, you did see boats, and they are on the map, and you have dark vision. That's fine.
This is Silk's worst nightmare.
I'm not going to deny that there's no boats, but I will say that Fiore very confidently is like, okay, cool, let's just walk wade across. It is deeper than it looks, and you are quite wearing heavy armor, so you do splash it.
Fiore's fine. He doesn't give a shit.
Well, it is quite deep.
It's okay. He doesn't give a shit.
You can swim.
Fiore, do you react at all to falling in, or are you just like...
Sorry, it's so funny if he doesn't.
he walks...
It's like one of those videos of, like, the Russian guys walking into ice water.
Not really. Don't worry. He's gonna react, babe. I'm not having him not react.
Yeah.
But I need you to imagine for a moment that there's like it's like he just... Whoop. Like, there's no splash. He just goes down. He just goes down.
It's so fucking funny.
He does yell. He's like, oh, fuck!
Alrik and Silk, you see Fiore just drop to a watery grave, it would seem.
Yeah, it's okay. He'll be out.
Yeah, Silk's jaws dropped.
It's okay.
Oh my god, a paladin.
Would athletics be swimming?
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna roll that publicly.
You know if you failed that.
Oh yeah, fucking easy peasy, 27. That's with no problem at all, you pull yourself to the surface.
He falls out and he's like, and he's on the side of the land, and he's like, oh hey, sorry about that. I thought it was knee high, but I was wrong.
My God, are you alright?
It's okay. You don't know everything all the time. He's pushing himself out of the water. He's embarrassed.
Alrik, I think you're in the best position to see this. Make me a perception check.
Okay.
Nat 20. Alrik, there's something in the water.
Oh, well, it's a good thing I got out of there.
It wasn't moving before, and you assumed it was a log. But when Fiore splashed in, it started moving. And with a nat 20 to that perception check, you see what it is.
Uh-huh.
And I'm actually going to show you only, Luna.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So you see, where is it? Here you go. This is what you see.
Alrik is like, Fiore, back away from the water.
Backing away? I don't know, it was that bad at swimming.
There is something in here.
What?
Oh shit. We should get out?
Let's leave now?
Yeah, let's leave.
Probably.
I think Fiore tries to shovel them into the hallway first.
Yep.
I think with your nat 20, Alrik, I would have had it attack you. But I think with your nat 20 perception, you see it coming and you're like, okay, get the fuck out.
Move, let's go. Alrik is like...
So,
Natural intuition wins again.
and just as you guys leave, there you hear a splashing sound like something breaking the water, but nothing emerges and comes after you.
Okay. Silk drops on the ground, takes out his fucking Astronomicon, updates the map, and puts a big fucking X over this area.
Can we go into the room so that I could try off?
Oh, yes.
Yeah,
I'll help
let's
you.
go.
Thanks for the ride.
No problem.
Fiore raises an eyebrow at Alrik.
Alrik pretends not to see it.
Hey, Fiore doesn't pry.
As soon as Fiore is in the room, Silk is casting
Fiore?
prestidigitation on him.
Before he walks into the room, I need you to know, is shaking his head dry.
Aw, he's so cute.
Like, so he walks in and he's still doing it.
Immediately he gets fucking blasted with prestidigitation as soon as he
Oh,
walks in the room.
God.
Silk was waiting.
Jeez.
Okay. So... sort of like the head of a dragon. Long neck. Very much aquatic.
Like a sea monster?
Yes.
What is a sea monster doing in a dungeon?
I have no idea.
Well, I kind of saw, like, it looked like the lake was, like, had, like, an offshoot, like you could have sailed through.
Do you think it connects to an outside body of water?
Yeah, it looked like it connected to something else. I don't know if it was outside, but it definitely connected to something. And, like, that entrance, it seemed like there were flowers on it.
Flowers?
Yeah, like, they were growing. So maybe it did lead outside. Like, water had, like, run in, like plants or something. I'm not sure.
Do you remember what color?
It looked yellow.
Silk looks at Alrik.
Hang on. Alrik goes through his field guide. For yellow flowers. Nothing along the lines of like dandelion.
How about this? Would you like to make a nature check, Alrik?
Okay.
To see if you can figure out yellow flowers that might be in this environment.
Okay. Let's see.
Easy stuff. Yeah. Yellow flowers in this environment, that sounds like the Nymphoides peltata, the yellow floating heart, also called the dwarf water lily, the fringed buckbean, the fringed water lily, the small yellow water lily, and the water fringe. They are swamp flowers, and notably these beautiful yellow flowers kind of grow from the water on long stalks above floating leaves. And you know that they are very common in the fog fen. On the surface.
Okay. We're still in the fog fen, but those flowers are from the surface. Like, they grow on the surface.
Maybe it's an entrance from the surface.
Could be.
Either way, it's very useful information to have. He writes that down.
Just in case.
I assume you guys take some time to, like, medicine check and nature check your way back into being full health, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not going to make you roll for it. There's no time pressure. You all manage to succeed and get yourselves back up to full HP.
Fiore also spends 10 minutes getting focus spell back.
Yeah, for sure.
You can only get one back, right?
No, you can get all of them back.
Oh, okay.
A remaster change.
Oh, awesome. That is extremely good.
So now what?
Once they're healed, Fiore is, he's looking back and he goes, well, there was another direction.
Like, there's a whole amount of the dungeon that you skipped to follow these footsteps.
Yeah.
Do you want to head out?
Yes. I'd love to fill out the map just a little bit more.
That'll be fun to explore. Just a bit more.
Follow me.
So, real fast, fellas, what are your exploration activities?
Detect magic, still.
Okay.
God, what was I doing before? Scouting?
Scouting will give you a bonus to your initiative. Raise shield means you're just walking slowly with your shield up.
I don't think I need to do that. Well, I mean, Fiore is, like, looking around. I think he's not, like, specifically searching for anything. He's just, like, what cool things are there here? What danger is here? That sort of thing.
Well, in that case, you'd probably be investigating.
Okay.
So, basically, if I see something that you can recall knowledge on, I will secretly roll that for you.
Okay.
And Alrik, what are you up to?
I think Alrik is also just looking around, looking at the various things, seeing if there are any other hidden passageways.
So if you're looking for specifically hidden doors, you're searching.
Okay.
So that'll tell you if there's any hidden doors, any traps, etc., etc.
Okay, yeah, I think Alrik would also be, like, trying to look for traps as well, so yeah, that works.
Okay. So Fiore, you're looking for specific information. Silk, you're looking for magic. And Alrik, you are looking for traps and the like.
Yeah.
So you come out of that room and continued back into the dungeon. Back into the corridor, one of the corridors that you walked down while following those ghostly footprints. You can either continue back along the path that you took before, to the north, or go south to a door you haven't been through yet.
Let's try the one to the south.
To the south you go.
Fiore's beckoning them.
Okay, do you follow to this door that you are pushing open, Fiore?
Well, I think Fiore's gonna... I think he does let Alrik, like, take a look to make sure it's not, like, traps or something.
Okay.
Yeah, Alrik, you're not seeing any traps. I've got you secret stuff rolled already, don't fret.
Okay. Alrik gives the all good.
Okay.
Torture chamber!
Oh. Fiore sort of scratches the back of his head. And he's like, bad news. Good news and bad news. The good news is that I don't immediately see any monsters. The bad news is that it is a torture chamber.
Do monsters of the past count?
Well, they're not there.
Broken down torture instruments lie in a half-collapsed heap on the floor.
But also, what the hell are they here for?
To the north slumps a ruined stretching rack, while to the south a pillory lies fallen on the floor. Rusty tongs and chains, frayed and rotten whips, and other implements lie on tottering shelves. And you see a lot of low-hanging fruit, by the way. Like, there's like fruit and it's all hanging very low.
Oh, like genuinely?
No.
Yeah, Derry.
I'm saying that it would be so easy to make certain jokes here.
I'm not making any. Silk kind of grimaces and just says, unsavory.
Why is this here?
Well, what's a dungeon without a torture chamber?
Yeah, but...
Alrik, you're walking right past all of them, by the way. Because you'll never guess who got another nat 20.
Oh, Jesus
My God.
Christ. All right.
Alrik, you sniff the air, and you turn and face the south doorway, and you're like, huh, that torture rack built into the wall looks really weird. And then you pull on a rusted ring on the wall, and you yank it down sharply, and clunk, 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 clunk. Secret door.
How did you know that was there?
It just looked strange to me.
You're really good at that.
Perceptive.
You might as well be our tour guide.
Not like I've been to this place before, but it
I
pays
should
to be
hope not.
pays to be perceptive. Anything else down there?
Hey, so this door opens into a very small, mini corridor. It's basically like it's maybe 15 feet long with a door to the left and then a dead end. Except, Alrik, you don't trust like that. And you walk directly towards that dead end. You put another hand on the wall. And you'll never guess what, fellas.
How are you doing this?
You put both hands on the stone wall, and in unison, you press and cause it to swing open, revealing another secret door.
My God, I don't trust you. Haven't been here before.
How is he doing? How are they doing this?
Listen,
Do you have something to tell us, Alrik?
I have not been here before, but do you honestly
believe you.
Do you honestly believe that there would be a single space that leads to a dead end? It's like trying to find an item in a patch of grass, and it's just like barren in one square.
I don't know. Dungeons don't always make sense.
Goodness.
Sometimes things surprise you.
I will say that this room is it's also another small one. It is plain, circular, and empty. A single image adorns the eastern wall. A moss-caked skull.
Uh-oh.
Can I roll religion?
Yeah, go for it.
Does it possibly have barbed wire between its teeth?
No barbed wire.
Oh, okay.
So you're not, it doesn't, see, at least not a traditional Zonkutan symbol.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay, Fiore, you take a look, and again, you're not really sure, but you do seem to remember coming across a mossy skull before. In that chapel, there was art of mossy skulls around.
Fiore has a little tiny light bulb above his head. He's like,
it's actually a torch.
oh yeah, that's true. It's the torch he's using. Fiore's like, oh, we've seen this symbol before in the chapel.
Ah.
It's some sort of religious symbol, but I don't know what. It's not. I'm not like you, just Zonkutan expert, but I don't think it's him. And I'm not just gonna assume that every time there's a torture chamber, it's Zonkutan.
Well, it wouldn't be a far-off guess.
Zonkutan, for those who don't know, is the god of torture, of
Self-mutilation.
Self-mutilation. I mean, like, he used to be the god of love, and he got really jealous of his sister Shellen. And then he got really pissed about not being as beloved as her. So he went on a journey of self-discovery in the multiverse, and he came back no longer the same person. Something alien affected him, and he gave up his old name for Zonkutan. No longer the god of love, but the god of agony.
I cry about it every day.
And also,
his
design goes
tragic.
hard.
Oh yeah, he's Pinhead.
He's literally
Pinhead, but the god.
But Fiore's like, and I don't know. I'll I'll ask my moms about it later, but I can't exactly do that right now.
No issue there. No rush.
Nah, we're just exploring right now.
I just wonder exactly what this room is for.
It feels like it's some sort of ritual room, at least personally. Circular, empty room.
There is a beautiful, like that skull on the wall. Do anyone want to go check it out?
To me, it's the fact that it's empty and just has beautiful art, and it's circular, like it's a weirdly shaped room, and it's small. Like, I don't know, just gives me weirdo vibes.
Do you want to go check it out?
I think Fiore has a hand on a shield just in case he needs to shield from something that's gonna attack him. I don't know,
Okay.
he's just nervous about it. He's like, hold on. He's sort of like scoots past.
Okay. And what happens?
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
Well, what do you do? You walk into the room.
I think Fiore is just trying to decide if that piece of art is it. If it's just the art, or if there's like another secret door, or if there's something like a trap or something.
Oh, well, you are investigating, so you know what? I am gonna have you make a recall knowledge check real fast. Let's see if you do manage to figure this out.
And then Alrik walks past Fiore.
Interesting. Fiore, you realize with a stun, like a shock, what this place is. It's an elevator.
Huh?
What the fuck?
You look up and you realize that this place behind, like, you kind of like peer at the way that there's a lot of palm prints on the top of the skull. And I think you realize that the only reason people would press that is if it was a button. And then when you glance around at the walls, you see scrape marks, which implies that the floor moves downwards.
Fiore like takes a step back. I think he like leaves because he's like worried he's gonna like accidentally press something and then get separated. He's like, it's not immediate danger, don't worry. That is an elevator. That moves up and down. There are scrape marks on the side of the wall. And there's... it's like a button. And it's definitely not an elevator most people are supposed to find.
I'm cautious to use it.
Me too. I'm really curious, but I'm really cautious.
Perhaps we continue to leave other levels for later.
Note it down.
Of course.
And also, maybe how to open the doors again, just in case.
Alrik, honey, how'd you do it?
Well, for the first door over there, you pulled the ring just on like the left side, I believe. It's one of the the really rusted old one. And for this one, you just push on the door.
Perfect. He scribbles that down.
Alrik, does this door seem safe to you?
Let me have a look. Does it look safe?
It looks pretty okay. Maybe.
Oh my god.
Fiore's got his shield up now.
It should be okay, just be cautious.
Okay.
Well, so you are returning not into the torture chamber, but into the other door that was in this little corridor?
Yeah, I'm curious about it.
Okay. Well, open the door, Fiore.
What on Galarian am I looking at?
Okay.
Dice Will Roll will return after these messages. We now return to Dice Will Roll.
So, the walls of this circular room are smooth and grey. It is a massive room as well. It's maybe 35 feet in diameter and 15 feet tall ceiling. A ribbon of pale blue light coils and slithers through the air, connecting the floor at the center of the room to the ceiling 15 feet above. The points where this light touches the stone above and below seed and writhe, as if the stone itself were suffering from an infection. The desiccated remains of an enormous, putrid worm lie slumped around the ribbon, forming a crescent of shriveled and tattered purple flesh. That's right. Coiled around the walls of this room is a massive, dead cave worm.
What the?
And I need you to, I think you guys immediately recognize it. That ribbon of ghostly energy. It looks very familiar. In fact, you've seen it not once, but twice before.
Oh my god.
The first time you saw it was in that glass crystal at the top of the Gauntlet Lighthouse.
Oh my god, no.
The second time was when it raised that graveyard and brought the dead to life.
Oh my god, close the door.
This beam of light seems to be pulsing upwards into the Gauntlet Tower from below. And now there's a massive dead cave worm coiled around the sides. What do you guys do?
Is there anything that I can learn about, like, if the cave worm has, like, because it's just weird to me that it's, like, right here, and then the beam is between it.
I would like you to make me a Roseguard lore check, actually.
Oh, I win. That's my special roll. The dice will roll.
Okay. You know that in some versions of the story of Belcora, the evil sorceress, she had a massive purple worm at her beck and call. Her pet. It was called the Devourer in some stories, or like some other weird name in other stories. You didn't honestly believe them, because that seemed a bit weird to just have a random cave worm as a pet. No. Turns out it was true. This was her pet. And it seems to have basically coiled up here and died after the Roseguard defeated the sorceress.
Whoa. This is the evil sorceress's worm.
Mm-hmm.
It's just dead in a very deliberate space.
Huh. Something tells me if we're not perfectly careful, that thing's gonna get up.
I wouldn't make you fight an undead cave worm at level 3, would I?
Shut the fuck up, yes you would.
Yes, you would.
What the hell do you guys do?
That beam is shooting up from below.
Then perhaps we seek answers further down.
That's gotta be it's gotta be going up to the lighthouse, right?
Seems like it.
Perfectly big and circular enough.
I just wonder what's giving off that energy. Exactly.
I don't know. But this is really odd.
Let's get further away from it. Right now.
Okay.
You guys want to return into the dungeon?
Yeah. Back into the torture chamber.
Yeah, back into the torture chamber, which feels much safer.
Fury's like, oh, I think I know where this door goes. Back into the hallway on the other side. Yeah.
That does actually lead you out. Well guessed, Fiore. As you leave another door from the torture chamber to the right, you are back in the original corridor that you saw the ghostly light coming from.
There was another door.
Perfect for people stronger than me to scout out.
Alright, well, stay close by. I need you to see the danger if I'm in it. This door looks safe?
Yes, should be.
Okay. Great. Another door.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, on the other end of the door is a short corridor with another door.
I'd love to meet the floor planner.
Let's...
Must be a psychopath.
Broom closet? Servants' corridors?
It certainly seems to be, as you enter into here, a broom closet, a cleaning supplies. Shelves line the walls of this room, each filled with tools used for cleaning or repair work. A silver-headed cane lies amid a tangle of mops, brooms, and buckets.
North or south?
Silk consults his map.
It'd be strange if there were much more up to the north.
Do you want to check the north?
Perhaps. I'd like to see just how much longer, this floor at least.
Alright.
No, what the fuck is that?
What?
Well, as you open this door to the north, the walls of this room have been painted crudely and almost childishly to depict a horrific hellscape of burning mountains, rusting cities, and tormented souls.
Oh my god.
And as you all enter,
Is it a bed?
well, there is a bed,
And a bench?
but you see a creature.
A creature?
A creature which Silk and Alrik, your immediate response to seeing is like, ah! I don't know what Fiore's immediate response to seeing
Okay,
is.
show me the creature. What is that?
Well,
What
it's,
is that?
it's not pretty.
Explain it to me.
No, it's not.
And quickly. No nipple Joe.
Gets
Stop. He's a bug, so he doesn't need him.
Why he got tits then? Explain.
we got the man.
Okay.
He's got the man titties. As you enter into this room, you see an awful little creature. It is like a centaur in some way.
In an evil ways.
The top half is of an oversized, pudgy baby. Like the chubbiest little fucking toddler you could imagine. Except he's got the bottom half, not of a beautiful little pony, but of a massive fly. And he's got big buzzing fly wings from his back. And big bulging compound eyes. And mandibles growing from the inside of his mouth with sharp teeth. And a long, long tongue. And this ugly little pudgy little monster is licking the floor. It's on its hands and knees, and it is licking the floor, and it looks desperately pissed about this.
Silk hides behind Fiore.
Oh.
And it looks up at you, and it hisses. And everyone make me a recall knowledge check. You just see what you know if you immediately can tell what this thing is.
Would I be able to use bardic lore for this or no?
Absolutely.
Arcana?
Absolutely.
I'm thinking religion. This feels like a demon or something.
And okay.
Call me intuitive, but the pentagrams.
Well, all of you do recognize it. It's not a demon,
Oh. Is it like Fae?
but it is a fiend.
Oh.
It's specifically a devil.
Great.
Which is why I think Fiore, you specifically might have a different reaction to just revulsion. We'll see. This is a Zebub.
I
You know,
it.
like Beelzebub?
Yeah. These flies. Hee hee hee.
Zebubs serve as Hell's messengers and spies. Their ability to share what they've seen with other devils makes them especially useful, not only to other devils, but to mortal conjurers. Some infernal lords unleash them in enormous, horrid swarms upon unsuspecting lands to debase flesh and land alike, while collecting secrets the infernal host may later put to use. Zelbubs use any opportunity to manipulate weak-willed or easily tempted mortals into serving the Zebub's whims. While arrogant and deceitful, Zebubs lack the cunning and confidence of most devils, and thus their schemes often focus on satisfying self-serving or self-destructive ambitions. Zebubs form from the souls of childish and craven mortals, reshaped by the archdevil Beelzebul in the frozen filthy wastes of Hell's seventh layer, Cocytus. And this ugly little baby is licking the floor. And when you enter, it looks up at you, and it says, "Who's come here? What? You shouldn't be here. Intruders?"
So cowers, first of all. He does not fucking like this at all. He is hiding behind Fury.
What are you doing here, intruders?
Exploring. What are you doing here?
He looks like almost offended. And he's like, "You dare come into the realm of Zozlarin and tell Zozlarin that you are exploring and demand to know what he is doing in the realm of which he is the champion?
You're the...
I should have you smoked, struck down for daring to tell me to ask me what I'm doing."
You're talking about this one room.
Look, man.
Wait, there's one room you consider your domain.
He looks a little upset.
No, it's a thing I'm sensitive about.
Were you summoned here?
He looks like he's ready to fight.
Fiore's not immediately trying to kill him. He's got a hand kind of out to, like, shield... Like, he's got his shield kind of up, but the hand is kind of covering to try and, like, shield Silk, who is cowering. But he's not actively trying to kill.
I think when you say that, he kind of flares up with rage and says, "How dare you! You would take me for a servant? The great Zozlarin? How about you?" And he rushes you. Fury, make me a reflex save.
Okay.
As he's just rushing you.
20.
Okay. Fury, he is rushing you. He's very obviously going to attack, but he's so slow and predictable. Do you want to backhand him?
Fury kind of... he's holding... The hand that he has free is the shield hand. So I think he kind of just bats the shield hand. He's like, what the... No!
Make me an athletics check.
Oh no. Whatever will I do?
No.
Oh no. 28.
Critical success. Critical success. You fucking bat the shit out of this Zebub. You smack him flying. He falls to the floor with his sweat on the floor. And then he looks up and says, "Spare me! Have mercy!"
Well, that was fast.
That was easy.
I'm bound by my goddess to do so.
He whimpers. "In exchange for my life, I'll share with you my special memory, my information. Don't you want this from me?"
Can you give it to us without touching?
What are you doing here? How did you get here?
You, Cambion, you were right. I was summoned here, bound in a contract 500 years ago as an eternal janitor. And I am contractually required to spend 18 hours each day in this room.
What?
18.
And for 6 hours of those 18 hours, I have to clean the floors with my tongue.
Oh.
But this indignity is nothing compared to the fact that I have been forced to live here on the material plane for so much longer than my bargain originally required.
You do contracts and stuff.
Yes, it's unfair.
Well, is unfair. How do you get out of this contract?
Man, I don't know.
Did you not read it?
It's been a while.
But it's your whole thing.
I don't have the contract.
Who's the contractor?
The great Lady Belcora. Belcora Haruvex, the great sorceress.
She was defeated in battle.
What?
Yeah.
Then why aren't I gone yet?
Have you tried leaving?
That's a really good question.
My fucking contract didn't have a stipulation saying I'd be freed when she died.
Well, did it have any other stipulations?
I don't remember. I didn't even write the contract. I just made one of the others do it for me.
That seems like kind of a lesson for you, doesn't it?
I don't have time to think on lessons.
I think you might have had plenty of time to think on lessons.
He looks pissed.
Well, unless you could tell us where that contract could possibly be, I'm not sure how to help you.
You'll ask the other
The
guy.
other who?
The other
The
who?
one who did it for me. He's bound here too.
Oh. Wait,
Where?
Well, who was that?
down the other door?
Oh no, he's deep below. By the prison.
The prison.
Prison here.
Like the
One.
Well, I don't know anything about
Like,
it.
deep underground or just...
Yes.
Oh.
I'm here cleaning the servants' quarters.
Is that what this is?
Yes, this whole floor is servants'
Why is there
quarters.
a torture chamber?
Why is there a...
For the servants.
To torture or to be tortured?
Ugh.
Boat, if Lady Belcora deems it so. Or deemed past tense, I guess.
What happens if you just don't clean?
Are you stupid?
Oh, I'm sorry. Does my specialty look like fiends to you?
Obviously, I can't not do it. I'm contractually obliged to.
What would happen if you didn't?
I can't not do it.
Oh, like it's
Have
magically...
you tried not doing it?
Yes, it's magically binding.
Right, yeah.
It's fine, because I'll get a portion of her soul now.
Well, isn't it already kind of...
Yes, well, I don't get to chow down until I'm back in hell.
Which you aren't because you're not free from the contract for some reason yet.
Because I didn't put... Or I guess... You know what? It was that asshole. He never liked me.
Oh.
He super kept this contract on me. Oh, he did a bad contract because he doesn't like me.
If you knew he didn't like you, why'd you make him do it?
Because I didn't want to write a contract.
You didn't want... So you could
Yes.
have written anything.
I wanted a good deal. A good part of her soul.
And so you thought he would give you a good one.
Yes?
You didn't think you could come up with one for yourself?
It's not really my thing.
Are you stupid?
Fiore still has the shield in his hand.
Yeah, he looks at you and he backs away. He did not like that because your shield is holy. He did not like that.
Yeah, Fiore is paladin coded completely.
Well, enough taunting. I don't want to be too mean to you.
Wait, I already made my promise.
I can't kill you
In
anyway.
exchange for my life, I promised you my secrets. Come closer. Let me relay my infernal eye.
Fiora, you can do that, right?
Sure. Fiore looks deeply uncomfortable with it. But he'll do it anyways.
He reaches out a pudgy little hand.
What do I do with that?
Touch it, obviously, Cambion.
Stop calling me that.
You sure you don't want me to do that?
It's fine.
He's reaching out his hand. He's making grabby hands at your
Fiore,
hand.
Oh, God.
is like, oh, can you hold this for a second? And he hands Alrik the torch.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks.
Alrik takes it.
And he he reaches out his hand.
Well, Fiore?
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, as he touches your hand, there is a flash of knowledge in your mind. Zebubs are spies, and they record everything that they see. And though they can't remember all of what they see, they can pass on special memories to other creatures if they see something particularly of note. And you suddenly have like 10 minutes worth of memories, clear as crystal in your head.
Whoa.
All through compound eyes and in weird colors. And it's peeking around the corner. You heard a big explosion. You heard the earth shaking. And then, running down the corridor, you see a man covered in dirt. Like a lot of dirt. Like a lot of it. He is handsome, thin. He has a beard and a beautiful mustache. A broken rapier in one hand, and his hair in a ponytail. The man looks around, afraid, before running into the bathroom and locking himself in there.
Was it that bathroom?
It was that bathroom, the one that is next door to this little weird janitor's office. Fiore, I need you to make me a Rose Guard lore check.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're going to fail it. Fiore, you know that man. Everyone in town knows that man. That's Otari. Otari Ilvashti. The famous hero who was killed long ago in the clash against Melkora. Or so you thought. He was covered in mud and dirt, almost like he'd just fallen through a hole of some sort.
I know it.
And he locked himself in that bathroom from which a pair of footsteps later ran out, and then danced in a circle around a Minotaur, the skeleton of a Minotaur, like it was fighting, before, with roguish accuracy, pinpointing a secret door and slipping deeper below.
What the?
Fiore, maybe you had your suspicions, but they're confirmed. Otari Ilvashti was not killed in the fight against Melkora. He survived, and he went deeper into the dungeon.
I fucking called it.
You did? Or, Ritz, you called it? And you called it early.
I did.
Very early. I'm going to give you a hero point.
Yeah, baby.
Congrats.
That's what it's all about.
Please. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm talking about.
And Fiore, you get all those memories in a matter of seconds. And then Zuzlalin pulls his hand back and says, "There, my special memories."
You weren't kidding. Fiore sort of pulls his hand back. He's in too much shock to be thinking about the fact that there's a fiend in front of him. He's in too much shock to be thinking about anything. He just turns back and he goes, Otari didn't die.
What?
Otari didn't die back there. The footsteps that we, the glowing footsteps that we saw?
Yes.
That's Otari.
Alrik, you are a big fan of the Rose Guard, right?
Yes.
Hey, that is world-shaking to you. Like, I think both Fiore and you are both going to be rocked by it. Silk, you don't necessarily know as much about this, but even to you, that seems quite significant. No one's ever mentioned
It's fascinating.
The possibility that he could have survived.
Yeah.
The whole town's history is built on his friends building this town after he died in his memory. But he didn't die.
Well, surely I am Otari makes a lot more sense now.
I thought it was something to do with the... like... something about the town, or... he's probably dead by now, but... he survived.
It was 500 years ago, and he was a human.
Yeah, he's probably dead now, but...
Yeah, prospects are... like, his outlooks aren't great, let's be real.
Chance is not good.
He's like... he's got like a hand down his face. That's sad. And weird, and I can't make sense of it.
Well,
That...
I'm hungry to find out how he actually died.
me
Alrik, how are you holding up,
too.
man?
Alrik is in shock. There are a plethora of possibilities now as to how he died and what his footsteps are exactly. Memories? The ghost of the memories? Interesting. He's mumbling to himself.
No doubt he's a specter now.
That was admittedly very important information.
The slime is never unimportant.
What was your name? What was your name again? Can you say that one more time for me?
The slime?
Zozlar?
Yes.
Let me give you a tip. For better deals in the future, don't just give them what they want right away.
Oh,
Of course we'll help you.
Why are you-
We're not evil.
why are you teaching him how to do contracts better? He's a devil.
Because clearly he needs the help.
He's a devil.
Silk literally just shrugs. Game is game.
Fiore, the champion of a... like, paladins are the most anti-devil of all classes.
So don't you feel a little bad for him?
On a personal level, sure. I don't exactly want to help him.
Hey, somehow this doesn't make me feel better.
Oh, I feel bad for you.
You're certainly in a horrid situation, as much as I'm not a fan of devils myself.
If you find my contract, rip it up.
Yeah, I'll do that.
We'll think about it.
What do you guys want to do? Fuck this guy.
We're gonna...
Yeah, fuck this guy.
Fury's like, we're gonna keep exploring.
Don't trip and fall.
I won't.
You'll never know how far you go.
What does that even mean? He's like walking out. He doesn't make any sense.
You'll fall. It means you'll fall for a long time because there's a lot of holes around
I
here.
pay attention to that.
Very good. Oh, wait,
Anyway.
before we leave, how deep is this place?
And just before he shuts the door, Zazlarin looks up at you, Silk, and says,
Deeper than words can convey.
and he shuts that fucking door in your face.
Well, not sure I'm happy we didn't skip this room, but I'm not let down.
That's good information, but I don't want to think about that anymore.
No need to.
I'll rip up the contract if I find it, because it's messed up,
Quite.
but I'm not happy about it.
If you'd like, one of us could rip it up for you.
I mean, I don't exactly want to touch something that has Asmodeus' hands written all over it.
As long as it's clean, I have no issue.
It's a contract. I mean, it's...
I'd like to imagine Alrik is in the background still mumbling to himself, trying to think about what the
Ulrich
hell
is
happened.
shell-shocked.
Ulrich is like, and if this is true, then maybe this and this theory and the...
It's a picture of them on the fucking Pepe Sylvia board.
Alrik, later, can we talk about Otari? I've been dying to talk about Otari all day.
Seriously, we can have an 8-hour session. 8.
I mean, that like this basically rewrites the entire history of town.
Yep.
Fury walks out and he's like, well, That was an interesting revelation. I have no idea how to feel about it. I still don't want to go down there yet. But I really want to go down there so bad.
Believe me, I understand. I understand that you really want to go to. I want to find out everything. However, if we leave some rooms untouched, like we could have done with this one,
Oh my god.
there won't be a ton of information. It could lead to more questions than answers, but it's more information.
Oh my god, we could have missed him.
We could have missed him.
I
We could have missed that revelation.
I could have accidentally killed him.
Just like all of history did.
Well, let's channel that excitement into more looking.
Well, there's another door here. Please don't be another fiend.
I'll lead the way.
Do not move forward.
What the fuck
this
is that?
feels like.
Heck is this?
That feels like.
A pair of hulking humanoids. No, humanoid objects stand quietly in this chamber, each covered in a thick layer of dust. Do you guys want to make a crafting check quickly?
Yeah, I'll do.
One of those times
I'll
where you could
definitely. I'll do that. Great.
It's one of those times where you can pretty clearly tell what kind of roll it will need. It's a crafting check. Fiore, you are certain these things are going to come beat your ass. Alrik, you're not sure what the hell they are, but God, they're big. Silk, you immediately just stride into the room and take a closer look.
Fiore is like grabbing at the back of him. Like he watches him walk past, and Fiore grabs at the back of him and yanks him backwards.
Ah,
Get out!
careful with the collar.
Get out of there!
Silk, you are certain that these things have not been functional for at least a few hundred years.
These are duds. Calm down.
Fiore, Silk.
I don't sense anything from them.
Why don't you?
In fact, Silk, the reason you're so certain is because you can tell key components have been scavenged from these things.
Scavenged.
Oh.
Like, there's a lot of key... Like, these things were once giant mechanical clockwork servants. But they've been basically ripped open, had all the good stuff taken out, and now they're just shells.
Think of it like this. This torch has been doused and can't be lit again. It's fine. I promise. I know what I'm talking about.
Fiore pulls up his shield.
A well-studied wizard like me wouldn't lie.
I don't think you're lying.
Although, Alrik, you specifically wonder, wait, who took it? What do you guys do?
Is there anything, like...
this room?
specifically, yeah,
No,
To be-
like I said,
gleamed.
Hmm?
Okay.
what you can see is that there were clockwork objects and machines in this room, obviously. But something has taken a lot of the good stuff and moved them elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
You don't expect, like, what you were told by that devil is that this whole area is, like, this whole floor was for the servants of the tower.
You do not have to answer this question, or you can tell me to roll for it. Does it look like these components were taken recently? As in, is there any, like, dust disturbed on these, or cobwebs broken near where places are missing object?
Yeah. You can tell that like some of the dust on top of them is like disturbed. It looks like this was recent enough.
Well, nothing in here for us. Just the information that perhaps these parts could be elsewhere.
Okay, well, what now?
Were there any other doors in that hallway?
I mean, as you three kind of like pull back into the hallway itself, the one with the scary bathroom, there are doors to the north, but then there's a long stretching hallway to the south. And earlier on, you heard noises down this way.
Okay, Fiore's gonna... He's leading them. He's like, why don't we go south again? There was another hallway.
All right.
Plus, there's... Did we hear the noises here?
Yeah, you're getting close to, again... Well, isn't that interesting, Fiore?
Mm-hmm.
You do hear them, and as you listen close, as you're, like, going down the hallway, make me a perception check. Because as you're, like, going down deeper into the hallway, yeah, there is a noise. But what is it? Okay. Hey, Fiore.
Yeah.
Immediately, you hear...
Scratching?
No. Metal clanging. Like the sound of mechanical parts being clanged together.
Mechanical parts similar to...
Yeah. It doesn't sound like a construct. It sounds like a machine being worked on.
Do I detect magic behind this door?
Yeah, sure. No, you don't detect any magic.
Fiore tilts his head and he's like... He's speaking in a hushed tone, like he's being quiet, and he's like... I hear somebody working on... It feels like they're working on machinery.
Should we take a peek?
I really want to.
Alrik checks the door for any, like, traps or anything.
Doesn't look trapped, but as you stand closer, yeah, you sound like you hear a lot of like mechanical clang, 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 clang. You know?
Odd.
What are they building in there? Who is building in there?
Fiore simply must know. Plus, I mean, this place is built to be explored.
Yeah. Do you want to go check it out?
Yeah. What the? It's a hallway.
Oh no, it's not. As you come in closer, well...
Oh, shit.
Oh my.
Huh.
They look like Gollum.
They
Oh.
do.
Well, hold on.
Gollum.
Because as you walk in, you find yourselves in what appears to be a workshop. This long room smells of rust and grime. Stacks of splintered furniture, pieces of weapons and armor, frayed coils of rope, jagged shards of metal, and other bits of trash lie in heaps along the walls of the room. A cold, unlit forge sits in an alcove to the west. To the north, several heavy pieces of timber are wedged up against the door as if to keep it shut. And what you see in the room is a startling sight. At first you think it must be some kind of strange monster, but no. Looking at it now, that's a human.
What?
Huh?
Or maybe it was a long, long time ago.
What?
These people, they are very thin and very gangly. Their eyes, their teeth are yellow and like almost oversized in their mouths. Their hair is long and wiry, and yes, they look very Gollum-y. Except for their eyes. They're bulging, lightless eyes, the eyes of a creature that has evolved to live underground. They're red and almost porous, like some kind of strange mushroom.
Oh my god, they're the mushroomite man.
Oh my god.
And these awful, they're hideous, but both of them are wearing like thick brown aprons with all sorts of clockwork pieces and like scraps, and they have these massive improvised crossbows that are hanging by the walls, and they seem to be working on a makeshift raggedy, like a makeshift poorly built clockwork machine, a robot. And I want you guys to quickly roll me a, let's say, society roll. Or in your case, Alrik.
Bardic.
You can make Bardic if you so choose.
Okay.
Society.
You're really good at that.
I'm the Goker, baby.
You are the Goker.
Okay. Alrik, you have read about these.
Okay.
Sometimes creatures evolve.
Uh-huh.
A lizard might evolve over the course of millennia to better adapt to its surroundings. It might develop webbed toes. It might develop spined ridges. This can happen to other animals, but humans... Strangely enough, humans can evolve quite fast when they need to become almost every time that you put a human's group, like, say, a floor of servants.
Oh my god.
If you put them in a dark enclosed space for long enough, their children and their children's children will very quickly warp into a type of being called a Morlock. You know, from H.G. Wells' The Time Machine? Yeah, those guys.
God, what?
Yeah, those guys. And these Morlocks, they turn as they see you enter, and with those big bulging eyes and those awful smiling teeth, they say, "Someone has come into our lair." And the other one picks up like a big fucking crossbow and swivels it and says, "Fresh meat, perhaps? More sacrifices? Perhaps? More? Oh, yes, they will do very nicely, won't they?" "Oh, yes, they will," says the other one. "Yes, they'll do very, very nicely, just like the other ones from the boats. Oh, yes, they will do most nicely indeed, for sacrifices for the great evil."
The great evil. He's mostly talking to himself. He's got his shield up.
"Oh, you will meet the great evil once you have perished." And they point their crossbows at you and kick at that weird clockwork machine as it kind of cracks to life and starts approaching you, whirring and clicking dangerously.
Oh, fuck.
This episode of Dice Will Roll would not have been possible without the support of our patrons. Dr. Caesar MD, welcome aboard. A Potato, Derpy Gamer, Quinlan Boss, Princess Alavi, Emily is Gay, Dexton, Meow Mai, Abigail Wallet, Knight the Werewolf Teacher, Ashley, Actually a Bot, Violet, Seraphine, Kyle Damon, Soul Grease Lobo, Phoebe Jeebies, Daisy Gilliam, Lux Rexus, Better Than Stormcrow, Sam Stryker, Tony Saunders, Mita, Arave, Belmonts. Does anyone else hear that clicking noise? Ferric Falcon, Luis Loza, Aries, Alexander Crizzle, Meg Cohen, Skyly, Genuinely Tricked, Transgirl Trish, Bal Punyan, John the Catman Extraordinaire, Matthew Wilson Krasovich, Tillin Shark, Glitch HD, Jace Snooks, Jonathan Love, G Barbera, Luke, Gideon, Simon Strange, Seth, Kira, Lichlope, Gizmo, Cass, Fable McElduff, Ava, Ren T. Bright, Lonesome Chunk, Steph, Sean C., Natasha Lumley, Rhiannon C., Ellie, Jenna Mitchell, Kane Kendrick, Sky Evangeline, Triceratops, Anna Maria, Jordan, Emma Laderna, John the Bookhoarder, Etza66 Seeker, and Dame Valerie the Third. If you'd like to see what you can get for helping us keep it rolling, check out patreon.com/diceroll today.